Hi, in this video I want to talk about intermittent fasting and some of the fallacies around it, some of the stuff you might have heard on the mainstream media, dissing it basically and saying that it's no good for you, saying that it'll slows down your metabolism, no good for long-term weight loss, lots of other fallacies and lies what's being put out there, basically because the dieting industry is obviously a multi-billion pound industry, and it sells a lot of products, a lot of weight loss potions, a lot of protein powders, you name it. As you know, if you're trying to lose weight, you'll have seen it. You're constantly bombarded with advertisements on Facebook, etc., to lose weight with the greatest this and greatest that. But in reality, you can do it for nothing, for free. In fact, it'll cost you less money to lose weight intermittent fasting than it will any other way apart from prolonged fasting. And obviously for the obvious reason that you're not eating as much food. And so it's not costing you as much. You're not going out, you're not buying junk food, you're not buying takeaways, you're not buying sodas, beers, all that stuff. So it's actually a lot cheaper to lose weight with intermittent fasting. Now, if you're not aware what intermittent fasting is, basically what it is a way of eating all your food what you'd have in a normal day in a short window of time. So your average diet, what you're always told to eat, 3 or 4 meals, small meals a day, throughout the day. You might be having 1,500 calories a day, starting at 8 a.m, let's say, 11 to 5 p.m, that sort of thing. But the massive detrimental fact to your body with that type of eating, it's not so much the calorie intake, you'll still lose weight doing that, but your body is constantly digesting food. Now, from an energetic point of view, digestion is one of the biggest tasks you can put on your body. It is the biggest task because digesting food takes so much energy. Now, that energy, when it's being used to digest your food, is not then being used on other bodily functions, i.e. healing your cells from the daily bombardment of what we go through in everyday life, all the stresses, strains, the toxins we breathe in, all the aches and pains we've got, all the diseases. I say diseases, not diseases, the difference. So it's a dis-ease from your comfort because you're doing something that your body doesn't like. So it's giving you the disease as the final solution, saying, look, you're doing something wrong, you need to heal. Or when you're doing, eating like sort of 3 or 4 meals a day, or just eating like you would when you're not on a diet, you're constantly putting your body under stress. So therefore, it's not healing. And that's when diseases start to build up, just for the sheer fact that your body is not being allowed to do what it's designed to do. Because your body cannot work against you. It is impossible for your body to work against you. It only works with you and for you. So therefore, if you get out your body's way, i.e. stop eating all the time, your body can get on and heal things that's wrong with you. Now, I'll give you an example from myself. I've been using intermittent fasting for a while now, probably going on for a year, mainly because, to start with, is my bad back. I pulled my back it's probably over a year ago now, probably about 16 months ago, something like that, and it was really bad, and I could hardly walk. Anyone who's had a bad back will know exactly what I mean. I couldn't even walk with a cup of tea in my hand. It was so painful. And as quite an active guy, who's done a lot of weight training over the years, had very active jobs, it was a real shock to actually I felt disabled. And it's the first time in my life I felt like that. So I started looking into how I could heal it. I went down the route of getting advice from back specialists, etc., etc. A lot of them tell me to get more active, lose more weight, that sort of thing, which makes perfect sense. I'm not saying it doesn't, it does, and it does help. But what I did find is when I discovered the intermittent fasting, the healing aspects of it, and how it actually works physically, that's what I did. And I can say now, I can go into my little mini gym where I've got in my garage, and I can lift as much as what I ever could within reason. And I don't even have a bad back at all. I don't feel it. I'm not lifting as if that, oops, I've got a bad back, I better watch myself. No, it's just totally gone. And that's just down to the healing I've had with the intermittent fasting. The other aspects of my life as well have improved. My partner, she had a lot of problems with her digestion and getting constipated and things of that nature, and allergies. She used to have sneezing fits constantly. We tried everything. We tried all antihistamines, what she's had, changing the bedding more regular, you name it. I even tested to see if she was allergic to the dog, which she wasn't, thankfully. So tried everything. She started doing the intermittent fasting with me, and now she doesn't have no sneezing fits at all. Her bowels have sorted herself out. She goes quite regular. Don't want to get into too much graphic detail for you, but she's fine. She don't feel bloated at all. And it's all down to the healing, what your body can do on its own when you don't get in its way. And obviously she did make changes to what she was eating as well. She cut out the grains because that's what was a really big factor for her. She was actually gluten intolerant, and it was the grains. But grains is for another video, and the reasons why I shouldn't really have them. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked with that. The intermittent fasting, right? So one of the main benefits is the healing. And what you need to do when you're doing the intermittent fasting is, like I said, eat in a small window. So I personally eat in a 4-hour window on a regular basis. So I get up in the morning. The best time to eat actually is when you wake up in a 4-hour period. Me personally, through the lifestyle I've got, I like to eat with my wife when she comes home from work. So I actually have an eating window between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. And that works fine for me. So what you're doing is you're having your calories, what you'd have spread out through the day, but you're having it in a short period of time. This then gives you the healing. And also what you find is when you're eating in that small window of time, you don't have as many calories as what you would have done if you was going grazing through the day like you do and eating 4 or 5 meals. So overall, you do lose weight as well. But like I said, one of the greatest aspects of the intermittent fasting for me is the healing aspect of it. Weight loss is a byproduct of that, which is good, obviously. I've lost quite a bit of weight actually over the year doing it, and I'm still in the process of losing weight now. And I'm using intermittent fasting as my biggest tool. I also do a couple of prolonged fasts as well every other week, and I'll explain that in the next video and the benefits of those. So overall, I would highly recommend intermittent fasting for health benefits, for losing weight, for easiness to use. You're not constantly thinking about when you're going to have your next meal, when you're going to cook it, the inconvenience when you're working the business. I mean, when you're at work, it's so easy to snack on junk food, get something from the canteen, get something out of the machine, from the garage, whatever. But when you know you're only eating in a 4-hour window, you just change your mindset and you just don't think about the food. And if you change the type of food you're eating as well, which I'll go to in another video, that then does help to keep you fuller longer. So hope that's helped. And the next video is going to be about prolonged fasting. So just take a look at that now. Thank you. Bye.